now tuned in to my Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos and give it that good old thumbs up. Okay, honey? So, I know I told you guys I wasn't going to do the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion recaps, and I was pretty darn sure that I wasn't, but then I saw this episode and I felt a little chatty. I felt like I haven't talked to you guys in a little bit because I normally, as you guys know, I normally do Mary Mary, but this past week I had stuff that I had to do the next day, and I was super tired, and I had to wake up super early, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to bed. So, and then time went on. I really didn't see the episode until Saturday, and I was just like, I'm not going to do it today. It doesn't really make sense. So, and it wasn't that banging of an episode anyway, so it didn't need to be really recapped for me. Hopefully no one missed it too much. So, yeah, today I wanted to go ahead and just do the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. And I feel like it's pretty interesting. I feel like Andy's like one of those people that always throw things to make people upset. But that's what makes for good TV. So they gotta do stuff like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't really be too entertained if they were all just sitting around talking about some kumbaya or something like that. And guys, be sure to check out my other channel, Samore Love TV, because that's the one where I have like some amazing videos transforming into like prom time. I also have another one where I transformed into Megan Trainor. So yeah, there's some really awesome things over there. Alright, so now let's get into this recap. It starts off with Andy talking to both Kenya and Nene, and he was just kind of asking them about this charity that they had both said they were going to give money to, and this was the last reunion. Nene was like, oh yeah, that they were both supposed to be giving $20,000 or $25,000 to this charity, but the only person that did it was Kenya, and Kenya was like, oh, she's sick and tired of Nene just talking, and it was for charity, she should have did it. But Nene was like, yeah, like you said, I'm poor, I don't have any jobs, so I can't do it. There's no way. Like, she was kind of making fun of the whole situation. I mean, at the end of the day, charity is important, but I totally understand where Nene was coming from, because it's like you saying all this crap, and it's kind of almost like she's just doing that for TV and to get a tax write-off, because she even posted the picture of the check from what she said on social media to show that she did it. Like, oh my gosh, look what I did, everybody. It's almost like she wants people to be so amazed by it. So moving on from that, they now talk about Cynthia and why is it that she's become this mean girl. And she just said that in this type of group, you need to speak up for yourself. You need to sometimes be a bee. And when asked by Andy when Nene was asked by Andy, does she feel that Cynthia's just become a mean girl? She says no, Cynthia's always been that way. It's just that a lot of people focus on her, and that does happen. When you have two strong personalities, there tends to be one that people focus on. There tends to be one that everybody says that other person's a follower because that other person's a stronger person. See, I remember like back in the days, I had a friend that was similar, where wherever we went somewhere, because she was a person who like was really chatty, talked a lot, and was like real, like, she was a Gemini. She was like real spitfire, and she would say whatever was on her mind, as opposed to me. I'm kind of one of those people that kind of, I'm aware of my surroundings. I kind of got to get a feel for you before I go saying certain things. I'm just not like that unless I feel the need to be. If I'm with a whole bunch of lames, I'll tell you, I will be the life of the party. But if it's other people, I'll just let them do all the talking. So anyways, that's the kind of person that, that's the kind of way that I feel like their relationship was. Because at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that the other person's a pushover or whatever. It's just that they had somebody so strong in front of them that now it's kind of like showing. So now I kind of get it a little more about the whole Cynthia thing, because before I was like, yo, Cynthia's mad phony, she's mad fake, like all of a sudden she want to be Miss Tough Girl. But I kind of understand her a little more now, or the situation a little more. It's just that it seemed like she was like that. It feels like there's something on my face. It seems like she was just like that because of the way that this girl was, because of the way that Nene was, or is, I should say, because Nene's still the same way. She's just a little bit lighter on. She doesn't. I feel like she's not as aggressive as she was before, because now she can get lawsuits, and she has a reputation to uphold. Like, yeah, she can still get a little snappy snap, because she's not gonna change that much, but she still has to be careful what she does, because if you come off a certain way, people are not gonna want to work with you. Moving on to Kandi Burruss and Phaedra Parks and their situation, their friendship. That was what was really spoken about next. And Kandi said that she just had a lot going on at the time. Somebody was going to prison that's really close to her. She also had marriage problems, which we all saw. And she also, with her job, well, with her tour, she had to fire all those people that were relying on her, because that was their main source of income. So all those things was kind of weighing on her. So that's why maybe perhaps she couldn't have been the best friend that she was supposed to be. But it kind of, from what that whole situation, it kind of made me feel like this chick, like Phaedra, just wanted her to reach out every day. But yet she wasn't doing that. And that's exactly what Kandi was saying, that it kind of felt like a one-sided friendship. And who wants that? You know, you want to have somebody where you can text them here and there and see how they're doing. And you want them to do the same too. You don't want to feel like you're begging nobody for friendship. You know, I'm definitely not that way. I mean, to be honest, I have a bucket full of, not a bucket, the bucket's big. I have a handful of friends. And I like it that way, because I don't have to worry about talking to too many people. You know, people feeling sad because I don't want to go where they want to go. Because, to be honest, lately, me, as a person, I'd rather sit here on YouTube and talk to you guys, record my videos, and then see the comments, as opposed to going out and spending money and just regretting it later on, because I'm like, oh, why did I spend that money, or whatever, that type of thing, or I gotta get dressed up, put on heels. I mean, it's good here and there, but, I mean, I'd just rather chill with you guys, to be honest. You guys are, like, my whole, like, it sounds so lame, but you guys are, like, really a major part of my life. I mean, I don't know what I would do without you guys. I'd probably be, like, sitting here bored as ever. Oh, yeah, I don't even know. So, anyways, that's what was going on with that, and, I felt bad for Kandi, because I felt like she was genuinely hurt by things that were said by Phaedra, because now she actually got to see the clips. Before, Phaedra could say anything. I didn't say that. I wasn't talking about you behind your back. But you can't lie when you see the actual clips there, where she was saying certain things, where she even made it almost seem like Kandi was more worried about her money than about her friendship. Or you see the people when times are bad, but when times are good, but what about when they're bad? She was saying things like that, and it was like true in words. And I'm one of those people, I definitely read between the lines, so I totally understand, like, Kandi feeling emotional about that, because she felt like that's her real friend. Like, there was times where people was coming for Phaedra and saying all kind of craziness or trying to ask her questions, and she always remained a loyal and neutral friend. She didn't laugh too hard or laugh at all when people said certain things. She'd just walk away from the situation so things don't get mumbled and jumbled, and people can say, well, you was there, or you said this, or you said that. And hopefully they can repair their friendship following this, because Kandi seemed like she was genuinely hurt. She was there like, you know, you don't have to worry about it. She was ready to give up the friendship. Like, you don't even have to worry about me doing that anymore, because of the way Phaedra was making her feel. So now, when the husbands are on the stage, that was like a whole nother thing, where they had them all come out. Kenya, they asked Kenya, something about, like, how her and Phaedra were, and something along those lines. And Kenya, she says that Phaedra had, like, this huge, because it was a question asked. I think the question was like, oh, why are you talking bad about Phaedra when you were mad that Phaedra was saying things about you and she didn't check it, but you're doing the same thing that you were so upset about. So, of course, she tried to defend herself, and she says that Phaedra had this whole big smear campaign about her, talking about how she was a whore, how she tried to give her man fellatio, and how she had this fake booty, and even when she said the fake booty, everybody's like, you know, you kind of do. Because I remember I saw her back in the days on Martin. She made a guest appearance. It's funny because I was just looking at the episode not too long ago. I was like, wait, that's Kenya right there. Booty was not that popping, okay? But anyways, so she's like, yeah. And then she tried to like turn it around and start talking about how Phaedra has had breast implants and how Phaedra never owns up to being fake or having fake hair. And she was like, I was just like, this was like a stupid conversation. That whole thing. And Phaedra just kind of shut it down. Like, you were flirting with my husband. And Andy was like, yeah, when are you going to like own up to things that you've done that's incorrect? She's like, oh, I did apologize to her. But I feel like the reason why Kenya never fully accepted the apology is because she did it and she would have probably done it again. You know? And all the things that she said, that's why I feel like it took Phaedra so long to kind of apologize as well. She apologized for certain things, but not for everything. Not for everything that she called her, because she's like, at that time, that's the way I felt. And she's probably never going to switch from that, because somebody's flirting with your husband, okay, you did that. You know, there's no if, ands, or but. That's exactly what you did. So you can't be mad that I look at you a certain way because you did it. And then, to add fuel to the fire, this chick, Kenya, tried to bring Nene into it. And I'm like, why does everyone seem to want to bring Nene's name up? Like, she sits there nice and quiet, and it's like they want to pick on her. So now, she says that everybody does things like that. Everybody flirts. She was like, oh, even Nene was flirting with Peter. I mean, we gotta admit, Nene was kind of a little touchy-feely, but I feel like she was just, I don't know. Can we consider that as flirting the way she was doing? Because she was kind of really close with Peter. And she was also close with Cynthia. So I don't think that it was an issue the way they were all almost like how the Kardashians are. Like, you know, it's the same type of thing. They're all like weird and they're all like really close. Like when you're close to somebody, you feel like they're your brother, your sister, you could be a certain way with them. I don't know. That's kind of from what I'm remembering. I don't know if it was a little more than that. I could be wrong. If I am, you guys can let me know if you think it was more so that she was flirting. But anyway, she got really offended because, you know, her husband's standing right there. She's like, no. You're not going to disrespect me and my husband. You can do that to Phaedra and Apollo if you want to. I'm like, dang. I hate when people do stuff like that. They almost make it seem like you're a pushover. And I knew somebody that used to do something similar just like that. And it's like, why would you put me into this? Like, first of all, I'm just sitting here. Like, don't try to say you can do that to them because now you're disrespecting somebody else. But anyway, she was like, you can do that to Phaedra and Apollo, but you ain't going to do that to me and my husband. She was like, she was getting she was getting off. What they call it? Nene was coming out, boy. And they were just like, talking like this, like back and forth. But luckily, you know, it didn't get out of hand or anything like that. And yeah, just pretty much left off with Nene looking like she was super upset, and her husband just trying to calm her down. He's like, you know what, even if she was, like, I got the prize at the end of the day. And she's like, yeah, you think you got a prize. I ain't no prize. I'm like, Kenya is just really, Kenya and Claudia, I feel like they know that certain things can really get to Nene, and that's the reason why they say or do them, because they want to get it to her. But yeah, that's the way that pretty much ended. We're gonna see what happens next week. I may just do it. We'll see how I'm feeling. I may just do it just because I did this one and might as well. Unless it's like super boring, then I won't. But I feel like I just wanted to talk a little bit and see what you guys had to say about this particular episode. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.